The answer to that question can range from very simple to very complex. How do I optimize my chances of getting pregnant and taking home a healthy baby? I mean, at the end of the day, it comes down to a whole variety of things. But from the simple angle, and whether even, we go through the middle of that and get to complex, really the first step is to understand, what are we actually dealing with? A lot of times, especially in protocol-driven standard therapy, what ends up happening is that you are simply just told, keep trying. It's a numbers game. Nothing can be further from the truth. I always talk about, if you don't know what the problem you are trying to solve is, you're going to try lots of different things, and it's going to be trial and error for a long time before you actually get into the direction that you need to go to get the result you want. So the key aspect, and one of the critical things that you need to first and foremost understand, is what is your diagnosis? What is actually getting in the way? What is the cause, the root cause to the problem you're experiencing? Because there are some high-level causes and there are some really deep causes. And high level are things like unexplained infertility, poor egg quality, poor morphology, motility count. Those are all very surface level issues that you can see and you can identify. But when we start to question why are those things occurring, you then start to be led through a process that begins to inquire about the right approach, right? And the right thing for you. And that ultimately is the thing that I see takes my patients from multiple failed treatments and years of infertility or recurrent miscarriage to finally holding their healthy baby in their arms. And there are steps that you simply cannot skip in order to be able to get that outcome. And the first being diagnosis, and the proper diagnosis is going to be critical. So really, truly, if you are wanting to do anything to improve your fertility, and we could be here for days with me talking to you about what are the things that you need to do very specifically. But the reality is that unless you are looked at as an individual that is part of a couple that is creating the result you see, whether it's inability to conceive, inability to keep a healthy pregnancy to term, and really work backwards in those biochemical chain reactions that start all the way over here, that lead to the things that we can actually, understand over here. Inability to conceive, inability to keep a pregnancy to term. And the things that we can see are typically the exposures, are typically the, kind of surface level thoughts of why this is happening. IVF typically tries to address this continuum from here and change this whole outcome from here. We really need to step back, because when IVF doesn't work, and it doesn't work for the majority of patients who actually go down that path, then we really need to question, what are the issues? Because any time that you have an egg and a sperm together, and especially when you end up with an embryo and it gets transferred and we don't have a baby, there are many, many more things that need to be understood. So underneath this video, you will find a place where you can request and schedule a complimentary fertility assessment. I'm more than happy to have that conversation if you would like to understand more about your specific situation, and we can take it from there. Until next time, bye for now.